The Port of Los Angeles seeing the best month for cargo volume in its history in July. The port's executive director, Gene Seroka, saying traders front-loading cargo ahead of tariffs caused the spike. Gene joins us now for more. Gene, welcome to the program, sir. There was a quote from you in the last few weeks that we were talking about around this table. It's been a roller coaster ride all year long, and the ride's not over yet. Gene, just take a moment just to describe what the last few months, in fact, what this year so far has been like for you and the team.
Good morning, John and Lisa. It has been a roller coaster. Interestingly enough, when hard tariff policy comes out, cargo plummets. When those policies are softened and deadlines extend, cargo picks up, just like we saw in the back half of June and for that record month of July. Folks just trying to get the import side of the business and cargo in under the wire of these changing deadlines.
Gene, what are the backlogs like now? How much longer does it take to process this with all these different tariffs from all these different countries changing from day to day?
Well, this is what we're most proud of, John, and we've been talking about this for months now, but we weren't caught off guard. Thanks to the port optimizer that we've developed with the Wabtec Corporation, we can see cargo 40 days before it arrives in Los Angeles, and we did just that last month, processing 107 ships, 30% more than the 5-year average, with not one backup on water or land. The cargo moving through the terminals at 3 days out by truck is a pre-pandemic low.
Gene, this comes after all of the disruptions and some of the lessons learned. I am wondering what you are seeing in terms of the composition of imports to the United States and whether that has shifted. Yes, there are these pockets of big surges and then declines on the heels of tariff policies, but has there been any consistency, say, about shipments from China or shipments from India that really come to your mind?
Lisa, you're right. We did learn a lot. We're working closer together than ever. We're using technology to help us wherever we can. What we have seen is cargo emanating from China really dropping. Back in 2018, it was 60% of our portfolio. Today, it's 45% and continuing to decline. An uptick from Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand. Not so much from India. And with the 50% tariffs that were slapped on that country, I don't see much change there yet. But definitely a shift to Southeast Asia and more liner services of the nonstop variety being put in to keep that speed component in place for us here in Los Angeles.
How quickly do you see some of the importers shifting their orders on the heels of different policy prescriptions from the White House? I mean, can you just give us a sense of how much in real time all of these companies are adapting and adjusting, to use our friend Tom Keene's phrase, to what's coming out of Washington and taking those opportunities to pounce when there's an opening?
Right, Lisa, they're showing so much resilience on the import side of the business, but it's not transactional. It takes a retailer about 3 months to put an order in and get the products ready to ship. In the auto sector, the tiered suppliers are at about a month and a half. But when those windows have opened, we've seen orders finalized, even backlogs of inventory on the Asia side scooped up and brought over. This is the fastest pace we've seen in that changing trade policy and the reaction from the import shipping community that I can recall.
So, Gene, have you seen any slowdown? I believe that you have something like a 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe view on the kind of traffic that's going to come through, the kind of volume that's going to come through over the next 3-4 months. Gene, how are you thinking about that now? Do you see any slowdown in the pipeline whatsoever?
I do, John, and I think history will show that we peaked in the month of July, which is a little bit early considering year-end holidays and the traditional seasonal products that come through. But August looks pretty good right now, between 900 and 950,000 container units. Yet that would be about a 7 to 10% drop compared to our previous month. And we'll probably see 3 weeks out from now a real dip in cargo, down about 20%, because folks have brought in just about all the inventory they can off those open orders and for pre-positioning inventory the way they want to look at the end of Q3 and Q4.
Gene, just before you go, just one final question. You've been following the conversation on this program. I know you have because you follow the conversations on here. I just wonder if there's something people are missing at the moment. You're in a unique seat. Do you think people are missing something just in the trade story at the moment? And if so, what is it?
Well, I think it's been recounted a number of times that the big box retailers, home improvement stores, those that had the capability brought a lot of inventory in since last summertime when this talk began on the campaign trail. Going through that level of inventory has not yielded the pass through to consumers that some have seen, but it'll come. It's the small to middle sized folks that I'm really concerned with right now, dipping into their savings to pay these elevated prices, get the cargo cleared at ports like Los Angeles, paying up to 55% tax on those goods, like product coming from China. So it's the small to middle sized firms that make up a lot of employment across this country that we've got to watch real closely over the next weeks and months.